Attention all Rotnik Entertainment employees. The live stream will begin shortly. The event of fatal spring damage. You better run for your lives.
Hello everyone. Oh shoot, I forgot to update this. Okay, it's fine. Hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing well. I am very, very excited for this live stream. We're gonna do some awesome stuff and we're gonna work on some brand new stuff too, which I'm super excited for. So let me quickly set up. I'm so sorry, I was underprepared again. I'm so bad at this. You would think that I would do good at this by now. Let me update the title real quick. Pretend that I did this perfectly, alright? We are going to be working on The Lost Lake. Oh my gosh, on The Lost Lake. There we go. Pretend we did that perfectly. Thank you for the intro, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, the intro's awesome. I do need to change it up a tiny bit, but yeah. Hello everyone, alright, so we're gonna be working on the Lost Lake, and if you don't know what that is, that's okay. Basically, what we had worked on a few years ago was this beautiful backyard. Well, it's not beautiful anymore. Look at some of these textures. Like, I was looking at this one, and I literally wanted to give up, like, game development. Like, what is this? Why did I think this was okay? Anyway, we had made this somewhat beautiful lake, or this backyard, sorry, and it's nice and all, and then it overlooked this little lake thing here, but it's bad. I'm sorry, this is really bad. And so a little bit ago, I had kind of a revelation for what I wanted to do, and what I wanted to do with this area is something that I'm gonna call the Lost Lake. And this Lost Lake is gonna be something that's kind of story relevant. It's not like the most important thing, but we're going to be working on that today. So I'm super excited about it. What was this supposed to be? Okay, so this is like, it's like a crystal thing, and what this does is this acts as kind of a global inventory or a global storage for your inventory. But holy crap, this model is really bad. Like, genuinely really bad. And I remember advertising this, like, to my Patreons and being like, look how great this is. Like, this is going to be really bad. We're going to be doing modeling and texturing. We're going to be doing the whole thing. It's going to be so fun. So, but yeah, that's what that was supposed to be. What did you miss in the last few live streams? We worked on Lucy's house, and we got that all set up, and basically that. It's a ton of fun. You should watch the recaps on those. But we're going to work on this, right? So, the first things first, we need to just get rid of all of this. Like, there's no saving it. We're just gonna delete all of this nonsense here, and we're gonna start from scratch because I think that you guys deserve a clean start. You know, we're gonna start fresh, and we're gonna make this look amazing. So I have a vision for this. I have a vision for what I want this area to look like, and you may have seen it already because I did ping everyone about it, but you may have also not seen it. So let me share sorry, I can't talk today. Let me share what I want it to look like. So, hold on, let me pull it open real quick. This is kind of what I was thinking, right? Something like this. Oh, I guess that's a horrible angle. You're gonna have to turn your head. Everyone's gonna have to tilt their head, but it's gonna be okay. So, how can I show this without revealing? Okay, you know what, it'll be fine. So, here we are. And what I kind of envisioned was a dark purplish lake with this sort of tree thing in the middle. This little root tree thing, and then a village off to the side with a kind of a dock. It's kind of hard to visualize, but this is kind of what I came up with. And so this is what we're going to be building. I'm hoping that we can get to like the lake and the tree. I'm going to try to go pretty fast just so that we can make a lot of progress. But I think this area is going to look really, really pretty, and it's going to be really awesome. So first things first, we're just going to delete kind of all of this because we really don't need it. This was just so lazily modeled, and it's not good anymore. So we're going to start fresh with this. This is a great example of how not to model. But what is Tar Patch supposed to be? Tar Patch is a little, like, I don't even know what he is. He's kind of like a little snake-like thing, if that makes sense. That's the best way I would describe him, at least. He's like a snake-like thing that Lucy adopted. Let's see. And ooh, there we go. All right, so what I'm kind of envisioning that we can do for this is, wait, is background music playing? Hold on a second. Is background music playing? No, there isn't. I'm so sorry. One second. Let me refresh that. We good? There we go. Oh, I like this song. Why is there an ad? I'm so sorry. YouTube has been making it so that I can't choose when I want my ads anymore. So I'm sorry if it's a lot. I will look into seeing if I can reduce it. Someone wasn't prepared. I know. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, what I'm thinking of doing. Oh no, we're already off to a bad start. What I'm wanting to do is kind of build out the cave here first, like so, and kind of loop it. No, this is already off to a bad start. Oh my gosh. I'm like, every live stream I do, I lose faith in my ability. This is kind of really embarrassing, actually. Okay. Let me just try to, okay, yeah. So I think it would actually help if we sort of, the centerpiece is probably going to be the tree. So, okay, I just thought I saw spoilers, but I didn't. So I think it would actually help if we kind of built around the tree, right? So what I'm going to do is, this is a little bit cheating. This isn't what the tree is actually going to look like, but I think it would help if we steal Lazerette's tree and then we put it in here, just like as a reference point, you know what I mean? So, wait, I feel like I made a different tree for motivation. I'm not gonna read that one out loud. When I started developing my first game, I started developing way back when I was in middle school, but they were just like Scratch games and stuff like that. I was really interested in Scratch back then. And that's kind of where I started. Then I eventually moved to Blender Game Engine, and then I eventually moved into Unity. There we go. Wait, where's the? These aren't the trees. That's not what I wanted. Okay. I felt like I made a really good tree model. Oh, I did. I totally did. They were the respawn trees. Wait, is that what? I don't know if I revealed the name of that yet, but they're oh, shoot. Okay, pretend like you did not hear the name of these trees, because I don't think I actually have revealed the name of the trees yet. But just pretend like you did not hear them. Pretend like I did not just say the name of them, okay? Anyway, we're going to use this tree model as kind of a base. Like so. Yeah, no, pretend like I did not say that. These are not called respawn trees, okay? I don't know what I was saying. That was not me. That was actually AI hack. It was Icarus Coaster hacked the live stream and made me say that. I did not mean to say that. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of scale this out because I want the tree to kind of resemble how I want the tree to look like. So I'm just gonna kind of stretch it out. Look something like this, right? So, but maybe it should be a little bit farther back. You weren't paying attention? Okay, good, perfect. This is the one time where that's a good thing. We're gonna pretend like I did not just accidentally name what these trees are called internally. So what I'm kind of imagining is I should find reference images for what I'm trying to do. I think that would help. But it's fine. Ooh, sorry about that. Okay, so. This is looking really bad. This is looking really bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? No, we're not doing this again. We're not delving into that. I don't have all these. I think what it is that when I do live streams, I kind of feel pressure to be entertaining, and so then when things don't look the best, I like start to get really like embarrassed almost. Whereas when I'm doing it not on the live stream, I like don't really care. It's like, okay, this looks bad, but it's fine. So that like just makes it 10 times worse. But I promise this is a really cool idea. So what I'm kind of thinking is something like this, right? With the tree in the middle. You know what? We're gonna use the laserite tree. I don't think this is gonna work if we don't use that laserite tree. So let's just see if I can find that. Well, do I have another tree model that I can use maybe? No, I do not. Okay, well, that's okay. I think I'll just use the laserite tree from, but I just have to strip it from its set, which will be fine. Let's go to the woodlands. Tree base, tree elevator, tree leaves, tree transition. I think it's called intro 0.0. What is it called? You know, we're gonna import the whole thing, and then we're gonna go from there. And then we're just gonna attach it. So there it is. Okay, let's just drag it over here. We'll get rid of it in a little bit once we don't need it anymore. But I just need this tree in particular. Oh wait, no, this tree kind of sucks too. Wait, have I really not made it like a really, really good tree? I like totally remember this tree being way better. Well, this tree kind of sucks too. Oh, well, that's disappointing. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Here's what we'll do. No, we're not gonna do this anymore. We're gonna find a picture of a tree, and then we are going to put it in the game, and we're gonna use that as a model because apparently I cannot make good trees. I really did think that that tree was good. I really thought that that tree was like perfect. Okay, let's see. Large wood. Well, I don't have to say wood. Trees are made of wood. Large tree PNG. The topology is crazy. I know. It's because I modeled it and then I decimated it. Ooh, I should do a willow tree. A willow tree. I think that would look nice. Yeah. Okay, we'll use one of these. You can't see it yet, but that's okay. So, let me grab this one. This better be a PNG. Okay, it has a watermark. That's fine. It's fine. We're just using it as like a reference point. You know, we're not trying to actually use this in the game. It's just like a reference point. So it's fine if it has the watermark. Okay. See what I mean? It'll be like this. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. This is way better than what we were doing before. And so then I'm gonna kind of do the Minecraft trick of making this look a little bit more 3D by doing this. Okay, perfect. I mean, that's objectively ugly, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So let's try to just extend this cave out. But I also don't want it to be too big because I imagine that like you should be able to walk to the other side, but if it's too big, then you can't necessarily do that super easily. So I'm almost maybe thinking we should put the village over on this side. Were you guys there in the live stream when I kind of explained what the village is? I don't remember who was there and who wasn't, but let's see, just like so. If trees grew out of the ceiling, that would be pretty cool. You guys weren't there? You were? Okay, so basically, the idea behind the village is that Lucy kind of protects this little village of creatures from the flipped world that she kind of cares for. So, I'm trying to think of how I can describe this. It's kind of like, you know how she took care of Tarpatch? It's kind of like that, but just a little bit more. I'm explaining it really badly, but that's basically what's going on with that. And so the village is inhabited by a bunch of little tiny creatures, like the like cluster saw and maybe a few knobbers and stuff like that. And so that's going to be something that she cares a lot about, right? Okay, you know, but you should show the cluster globbers or whatever they're called. Yeah, let me show them real quick. The cluster saws. It took me a while to remember their name. Cluster saw. This guy. This is the cluster saw. Right here. So this is a creature that we made in one of the previous live streams, and this is one of the village inhabitants. So it lives in the village, in Lucy's little village, and Lucy takes care of him. So I'm actually gonna make this, well, yeah, okay. Oh, hi Atlas. He's scratching at my door, but I don't, oh wait, what? What did you, hi. He broke in, he fully broke in. How are you doing? He just wants to hang out with me, that's fine. I had the door closed. I don't know how he broke in, but it looks like an alien. Yeah, that's kind of my inspiration a tiny bit, where I wanted it to look very kind of unnatural looking. Or not unnatural, but just very flipped and very alien-like. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm thinking, and then I'm gonna lower this down like this. And so from here, you'll be able to look out over and see. Do you see the vision now? You'll be able to look out over the lake, and then there's this big tree, and maybe we can put something this way. And then there's this little village thing over on this side. And then there'd be a dock that, or a little pathway that kind of walks over here. And then from here you'd be able to see the little creatures and stuff like that. Do you see the vision? Fix the UVs? I will, don't worry. Yeah, that's something I'll do for sure. I'm usually not very good at that, but I'll kind of extend this upwards. You see the vision? Okay, good. See, I'm not the only one. I got over it. Okay, so yeah, okay. So let me just kind of look at my picture again and see if I'm executing this the way that I imagined. One thing that I do want to do is I kind of think it would be cool if, you know what, we can do cave details a little bit later. I think that we should actually, let's work on the water a tiny bit first. So the water in Venge is exceptionally easy. It's basically just a really large plane, and this one's going to be no different. So you're going to do like that. Boom. Water done. Of course, it doesn't look like it yet, but we just got to subdivide this thing a ton, and then we'll come up with a shader for it real quick, just for Blender's sake. So we'll do this, and then let's create just kind of a custom material, like so. I'm gonna move my stuff over to the other screen right here, so it's actually useful to see. Is FXX red source official? Like a relationship? I wouldn't know. If you want to make it official, go for it. So what I'm kind of imagining is the way that I envisioned it was kind of a purple lake that kind of almost like a little bit like flipped water. So this is like something that I've discussed with the Patreons a lot of what flipped water would look like, because we haven't really seen what water would look like. And the way that I kind of imagine it is not necessarily a single type of flipped water, but more like a variety of different types. So in this case, I kind of imagine like a dark, oily, gooey purple to it, right? And so let's just kind of proof of concept what this could look like. Okay, that's not a very good unwrapping right now, at least so far. So we can just use a noise texture to kind of replicate waves or like water bumps like this. Although that's a little bit too, something like this, yeah. And then if we kind of make this more metallic, decrease the roughness, and then less bumpy. Almost like this. Fireflies in there? Oh, absolutely. Will we get to making a boss in the live stream? Of course we will. Yeah, for sure. Although that might be a little bit more of a devlog sort of thing, but I'm sure we will absolutely like make like a boss arena in the live stream. But I don't know about programming, just because programming isn't very fun to do live. Okay, so Well, you know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna make it so it's not like a... My original plan was to make it like this, where it's kind of like a shore, and then you could go into it like that. But I actually don't want the player going into it, so I'm gonna make it more of a cliff side, like this. So then you're not incentivized to try to jump in it, and then maybe it'll kill you if you do. But that doesn't look best. Maybe we could do something like that. Yeah. There we go. Ooh, you know what would be really cool? If it kind of had a little bit of a cave going off like this way, right? And so then it's implied like the lake is actually much larger than it really is. So that would be really, really cool actually. Yes, yes, I love that idea. Let me just kind of stretch this out like this so we can cover this whole space. And maybe we can even make it underwater. And you know what I was also kind of thinking? Maybe the water boss fight can take place in this lake. What do you guys think about that? I was kind of playing around with the idea and I was like, that could be really cool because it's like, it makes the place feel a little bit more joined together. But then I was like, that would mean that we wouldn't get a brand new location. You know, we wouldn't get like the flipped aquariums, for example. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Because it'd be cool if Lucy's like, okay, like that's where you dive, like dive right there. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Am I delusional? Yeah. Unfortunately, very delusional, especially when it comes to trusting the process, as these live streams have shown. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of get rid of some of these extra tiles because we really don't need them and they're just gonna be wasting space or wasting performance. Like all of this down here, the gradient. Yeah, oh, we don't talk about the sky vents or the sky disc gradient anymore. That was super unfortunate. We we don't do that anymore. Okay. Here we go. Okay, just so that it kind of snugly fits. So that we're not wasting data, like mesh data. Well, that was a little bit too snug. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so then that's kind of cool. It's like a little bit of a cave thing here, but I do want to add a little bit more depth because, to be honest, it's kind of lacking it. Ooh, you know what'd be really cool? If you could like almost take a boat down this cave here. That would be really cool. Or like a submarine, but that might be beyond the scope of this act. Maybe in Act 3, low-key. Okay, so... Sweet. I actually think this is kind of coming together, but it's just this mesh just this like it's just bad. Like I'm sorry, this like it doesn't look like a cave, it just looks like a, you know, not a cave. So what we need to do is just add some displacement. So here's what this raw subdivision looks like, and then we add one layer of displacement, which does not do anything. Oh well. It's our first way to improve this model, I suppose. Let's do this. And then let's do this just to kind of boost it around a little bit. Let's go oval. Just to give it a little bit of ridges. You forgot Act 3 will be a thing? No, literally. A love boat with Lucy and the main character? That would be funny. That's kind of what I imagined too. Not a love boat necessarily, but it's that same sort of vibe. Ooh, because can you imagine that? Like being on a little boat on a raft with Lucy going, oh, ooh, that could be really fun actually. Wait, hear me out. If we're like, oh, wait. Because I was just going to use this, this minecart system for everything, right? Where we have, oh, this is why everyone thinks the surface is going to be in Act 2, because I literally wrote it. That makes sense. Okay. I was gonna use this minecart system for everything that for leaving the area, but honestly, it'd be really cool if you could take a boat with Lucy out to go fight a boss. That would be so cool, actually. It's a little bit bendy, Chapter 5, but I'll make it unique enough to not be just a repeat of what they did. Okay, yeah, I like that idea actually. You guys saw that idea. Flourish right there. So I wonder if that would be good for the water boss. And then they kiss for fun. That's funny. Okay, so then I'm gonna add a little bit more detail with with another displacement, which just kind of ruffles it up a tiny bit more. What are my thoughts on Bendy now? I have not played it since Chapter 5. I just really couldn't care to. I don't really care about the story too much, and I think it's kind of boring. But maybe when you're traveling on the boat, the water boss happens. That would be a really good idea too. I kind of envisioned how I wanted the water boss to go, but maybe I could reuse it for something else. Can you make a Lucy lover route? Low key. Well, so Lucy has like a trust meter based on how much she trusts you. And so I guess maybe if you get her to trust you enough, she could fall in love with you, but not fully sure on that. I'll have to I'll have to think about that. Okay, so I'm noticing that so like right here, this has a ton of detail, but right here this has like next to no detail because it's so spread out. With the hand boss? Yeah, no, I see what you mean. I don't know if I'll necessarily do that because the way that I envisioned the water boss going kind of isn't the same way. Where I envisioned it being in like sewers and stuff. So I probably won't do that, but it's just an interesting idea. Does Lucy like violence? No, not at all. She actually despises it. Alice. If he keeps barking, I'm gonna have to go get him. I kind of made this cave look a little weird. But it kind of looks cool too. You know what I mean? Looks like a... I don't know how to describe it. Except for it's got like inverted normals. Whatever. Okay, so let's fix the textures on this and then we'll continue. But I kind of imagine that the boss fight would take place in like sewers. So I do want to keep that idea because I think that idea is really cool. But I do think that a boat would be really, really fun to work with. So, and also it'd be pretty easy. Okay, so let's just kind of change up this mesh a tiny bit. And then for some of these areas, like right here, like these horizontal little lines are cool and all, but they're not exactly what I want. So I think I just need to add a little bit more these edge loops. And maybe we can grab this and kind of shape it down like so. You know, just to kind of give it a little bit more variety. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks good. So, before we start working on it, like the details and stuff, I just want to make sure that the scale is what I'm wanting. So, have I imported this into the game? I don't think I have. Ooh, maybe in the village there's a sewer? Oh, a sewer problem. That's actually a good idea. Maybe I can do that. Okay, let's get this in the game and see if this could work. But we'd have to fix the mesh a little bit. You know what? We're just gonna try it. So if I just export this, what's gonna happen? Is this just gonna work? Let's see. Sets, Act 2, Lucy Outdoor. We're just gonna, okay. Looks promising so far. Ooh. Oh, okay, just add, okay, yeah, we're good. Let me add some mesh to kind of everything in here, and then we will go explore outside and see if we like it. So let's go over to the other screen here. All right. Yeah, there's Lucy's house. Let's turn off the lighting. Kind of fly through these. Oh gosh. Well, we're gonna have to fix that. But if we go through the basement here. Oh, we're really gonna have to fix that. I kind of ruined everything. Holy crap. Whatever. Okay. So does this look like the right size? I think so. I think this looks the right size. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Let's check over on here. Could I reasonably imagine putting an entire village on this little area here? Oh, 100%. Look at how big this thing is. It looks kind of small in Blender, but this thing is huge. I could totally do this. It actually might be a little bit too big. Wow, this is going to be really pretty. I can just tell. I really can just tell. This is going to be beautiful. This might be Steam screenshot worthy, to be honest. And then, yeah. Okay. I like this a lot. Do you guys see the vision? Ooh, and I like these edges. See those edges right there? Oh, that looks really nice. I like that a lot, actually. With proper lighting and stuff, like the way that this looks so cool. This is really, really good. I like this a lot. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna add a little bit of water. And let's see how, well, it won't be the same water that we just made, but it'll be hopefully close enough to get to imagine. So if we kind of go like this. Well, it won't be white though. That's not the color I want for the water. Let's kind of lower it like so. I don't know, remember. I think like this depth. Should you make an animation about Lucy and the main character? Yeah, that'd be awesome. You totally should. Okay, so then let's give it a water material. Wow. Okay, that wow wasn't deserved. Yeah, just yet. Okay. I really like this, to be honest. See, this is what I want with Act 2. I want just like big, beautiful landscapes. Because like Act 1 didn't have a lot of that. Act 1 had very small, beautiful rooms and stuff. I want Act 2 to kind of feel like, okay, if Act 1 was indoors, I want Act 2 to be outdoors. Does that make sense? Like I want Act 2 to be like forests and mountains and stuff. Because then Act 3 is going to be like ruins. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm trying to go for. Let me see if, let's play around with some water. Let's see if I can make maybe some better choices here. Ooh, that one's kind of gross, but it looks pretty cool, to be honest. Like if we make this a little bit smaller. I don't like the color, but you get the vision. Ooh, wait, adding a Loch Ness monster in here would be cool. Like something that just kind of like moves around, like swims around, you can see it, and then Lucy's like, yeah, that's the Loch Ness monster, or something like that. That'd be really cool. Oh, I have so many good ideas for this act. The textures are really repeating on the top. Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. We'll fix that, don't worry. But I just like, I really want this to feel outdoors, and I really want this to feel like grand, and like I really want Act 2 to be all about exploring the flipped world beyond what happened to Rodnick. Like what's been going on, how the flipped world works, what the creatures are like, what the environment's like, how are people living, or how are monsters living in here, you know? And I really am excited to explore all of that. So like make a lighthouse. Ooh, that's a really good idea too. I love that idea. But I just want to explore this whole area. I think that's a really good sign. So let's go explore. Like, can you imagine a boat? I don't have a boat model. If I did, I would use it. But can you imagine like swimming on a boat down here? Oh my gosh, like swimming on a boat with Lucy, and it's like foggy, and Lucy's like talking about like, I don't know, something scary that happened to her in the flipped world, kind of like a ghost story. As you guys are like going through this cave right here, and you guys are like saying goodbye to her house, like the glow of her house fading into the fog. Oh my gosh, as you like enter deep into this cave. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. This act is gonna be so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love this so much. I love this so much. You're late. You're sorry. No, don't worry. You can come and join whenever you need to. This is going to be so awesome. Okay, let me add. Um, okay. This is not gonna be okay. Here, since there's not a lot of people on this live stream. What I want you guys to do, I want you guys to do me a favor. What we're going to do is I'm going to add in, oops, I did not mean to do that. I'm going to add in this tree here. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to take screenshots of this and send it into the main server and tag especially the Patreons and be like, oh my gosh, this is the, like, even adding like the main soul tree. Like the master soul tree or something like that. Just like, let's come up with a conspiracy theory together and we'll make them so jealous that they're not here. Are you guys in on it? And then no one reveal the plan. No one say what we're doing. We're just like, so like send a screenshot of like this and be like the master soul tree or something like that. That'll be fun. But this is what, so yeah, there you go. Send a screenshot. Everyone do it. And then act like it's the craziest reveal ever. And then be like, the lore reveals are crazy. Sweet. Okay. So we're just using this as a model. This is what the main tree is gonna look like. Not on your PC? That's okay. It's okay. Sending it to your mom because she likes Venge. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love that. So can you imagine like a giant willow tree right here? Like looming over with like different things dangling. You know what I mean? Not the scheming. Yeah. We gotta make them jealous. They didn't show up. So they're missing out. This is gonna be super cool. I'm so excited for this. I actually like for once in the live stream feel confident about my dream, my modeling stuff. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. So Cinnamon was here and Alum Animations, they're both sending it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's hopefully we make them jealous. Wait, tag like do I have a Patreon role? Can you guys tag the Patreons? Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can do it. Because I don't think that the Patreons are here at all. Which, can you believe that? Talk about fake fans. Let me... here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it so you guys can ping their role just for a second. And then I'm going to remove it. Patreon. Okay, you guys can ping their role right now. Everyone go ping them. And then I'll... Loch Ness Monster is still happening? Yeah, of course. This is fun. I like this. This is awesome. Okay, did you guys ping them? Let's see. I didn't get a ping, but that's... This is awesome. So imagine like a giant looming willow tree. It's gonna be so cool. We need to start actually working on this thing. We can't just be gawking at how beautiful it could look. We gotta actually start working on this. Sweet, thanks Alum Animations. Okay, I'm gonna delete the ping so that they can't get mad at me. And if anyone asks, that was not planned. That was not planned. Okay, let me disable this. Sweet. Okay. Awesome. That's just our little secret. Our little secret. Okay. Let's add an island and put the tree on that. I was thinking about an island. They do not care. Oh, no way. You should be like, the lore reveal was crazy. Like, you can say the respawn tree part. You're gonna head out and watch the VOD? Sounds good. Alright, see ya. Be like the respawn tree or whatever. Okay. So, but I was thinking about adding an island, but what I was actually gonna do was I think I was gonna have the island be made out of roots. I think that'll be really interesting. Hey! How are you doing? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Okay, so... Okay, what should we work on? Let me do a poll. I have to run to the restroom real quick, so let me do a poll while we wait. Should we work on the tree? Should we work on the dog and the bridge? Or should we work on the cave itself? Everyone vote. I will be right back, okay? Let me send you guys to the BRB screen. Hopefully that was enough brain rot. Okay, we're gonna start with the tree. It makes sense. The tree's winning. I would have voted for the tree too. So I could easily spend like 7 hours modeling this tree, but for your sake, I won't. So I'm gonna set a timer for how long have we been doing this stream for? 40 minutes? Wow, that went by really fast. We must be having a lot of fun. I'm gonna set a timer for 45 minutes. That's how long we're gonna spend on the tree. And whatever we get done, we're gonna get done. So let's do 45 minutes and 3 seconds for good measure. And start, okay. So I really always do love modeling trees, but this one is gonna be particularly a challenge just because it's gonna be kind of, it's gonna have a lot of roots. Like I want the tree to look like it's made out of roots. And so I don't fully know how to do that exactly. But when it comes to modeling trees, what I typically do is something like this. I make kind of a cylinder looking thing, and then I apply it like so, and then I will go into sculpt mode, and this is where the magic really happens. What I'm gonna do is I'm first just gonna start kind of pulling out pieces. So we're gonna pull out here, we're gonna pull out here, and just kind of get the rough shape. And I think the best way to model is to kind of, or at least in my opinion, is to kind of start with a general shape idea and then go and refine it in more details. So one of the things I also wanted with this tree is to have a very distinct shape. What do you think about the new sculpting thing? Like the new sculpting UI? Is that what you mean? So I kind of want the shape to, like I want the tree to look like it's important. Well, I mean, of course I would. But I want it to have like a very like mystical shape to it. Like I want it to be, you know, distinct. So I'm kind of thinking something like this. And then we have the branches coming off at the top. But for some reason this Dinotopo, that's not how you pronounce it. Dinotopo, whatever, isn't really working. So let me just kind of, we're gonna add a little bit more detail here. And I'm gonna inflate it because it's a little bit skinny. It's a little bit too skinny to be a really, you know what I'm kind of talking about? Am I making sense? I feel like I'm not making sense. Like a very like fairy tale sort of tree where it has a very distinct shape like this kind of. Does that make sense? So we're gonna make a few large roots coming out like this. And then I want its shape to kind of go like so. Let's grab this one. Kind of just, why is this not working? What in the world? Why are you not working? Yeah, there we go. That's much easier. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of, let me turn up the strength so we can play around with this easier. We're gonna kind of start building out the branches like so. Let me move my chat over here so I can actually read it. There we go. That's a chunky tree. Good. I hope so. So we're gonna kind of just push it out like this. It kind of looks a little bit like a hand, which is not my intention. No comment about that. I have nothing to say about that. That does. Oh, wait, that helped a lot. Okay, that helped a lot. We're good. We're doing good. The self-doubt is not coming in right now. We're going strong. Okay, so let me inflate this thing. Let's make it look like it had one too many hamburgers. Just kind of like really big, thick bottom here that kind of fades off as it goes up. See that? See what I mean? I think it looks good. Maybe it'd be cool if we kind of had like a little bit of a branch coming off on this side. You know, like so. And maybe what we can do is grab this tool. What does this tool do? Okay, this is actually perfect for trees. Like this, and then we could have a branch coming off like so, then a branch coming off like this, and then like this. But I think like we also need to have some branches going upwards too. I'm doing this entirely from memory based on what I remember a tree looking like, which isn't how you're supposed to model, but whatever. We're on a time crunch. We're trying to speedrun this thing. Just like this. Then I'm gonna kind of, this tool is awesome. Why haven't you used this tool more? Like you can just kind of push and shove wherever you need to. Wow, this is actually looking pretty good. Okay, so now that we have kind of the shape, touch some grass. I don't have any grass. I live in Arizona. I just have fake plastic grass. My apartment complex just has a bunch of rocks. And unfortunately, touching rocks doesn't have nearly the same effect as touching grass. So we do kind of like this. I haven't seen a real tree in 5 years. I only see dead bushes and cacti. Kind of push this out like that. And this little dino, look, part right there. Push that out like so. Okay, this is good. We just need a little bit more. So let's just add a little bit more. Oh, why are you floating? We don't want you to be floating. There we go. Okay. This looks like the world's weakest branch that has ever existed. Like, this thing would snap under its own weight. We gotta thicken this up. Thicken it up like a turkey. There we go. This is a chunky tree. Holy crap. My life is sandy? No, literally, it is very sandy. It's just sand everywhere. This is a very, very thick tree, and I'm kind of here for it, to be honest. So let's grab... Make the tree a lighthouse? That's an interesting idea. I like that idea. That idea is interesting. Maybe we can look into that. I wonder if this is gonna... Wait, you can kind of see the vision? See? You'll ship grass to my apartment? Thank you. Very, very much appreciated. Me and all the other residents will very much appreciate it. That could look really interesting. Lighthouse tree. I'll think about that. Wait. This kind of looks like a finger. Like, this is like the knee, or not the knee. The finger bend right here, the joint. And then this is like the little toenail. Do you see what I mean? It looks like a little finger. Or like... No, I can't say that. Let's love that. It looks a little bit more fishy. Well, that's also kind of the... Whoa. Well, that's groovy. Look at that. Do. Oh, I'm ruining it. Oops. Do. Oh, wait. That actually looks kind of cool. No. Oh, you can't do that. We can't do that. That looks cool. We're not going to use that, though. Okay. Honestly, I like this shape. Twerking tree. I can make it twerk. Wait, no. Would this be its... I think this would be the back, actually. Hold on. Let me make this... That was really embarrassing. Okay, let's just extend these sorts of nubs. Is that the right word? Just out a bit, make them look a little bit nicer. What is happening on this stream? No, exactly. Okay, just like this. I think this looks like a tree. Oh, it doesn't have any branching paths. Trees just don't have nubs. They have little, they branch. You know what I mean? That's what I'm missing. That is, that's what I'm missing. That's what I'm missing, guys. That's totally it. That's totally it. So let me add some little branching nubs. What are they called? Does anyone know what they're called? They're not like the things that the part where the branch turns into two branch. Does that have does like turn to two branches? Is the main character supposed to represent me? No. This looks horrible. No, it doesn't. Trust the process. This will come together very nicely. Trust the process. The main character does not represent me, but you think it's just called a branch? Maybe like a branch joint. Okay, maybe it does kind of look bad. I shouldn't say that though. We're gonna trust the process. So I just need to branch it out a little bit more, you know? I need to squeeze certain things like that. Yeah, there we go. This is coming together. To be honest, guys, I feel like I am the best tree artist in the entire world. Like, I know, like, Pixar has some really good trees and stuff like that. And I know, like, you know, there's some really iconic trees that have been created. But I hate to break it to you, but I think I'm the best one. I think that, like, I think Act 2's main selling point is going to be really good trees. Like, I think, like, IGN is going to review Act 2, and their entire comment is just going to be really, really good trees. I can see it now. No, that's not being delusional. What do you mean? I'm not glazing. What do you mean? I think so, guys. I think, like, honestly, Mother Nature should consult me about how to design trees. Because, like, yeah, real life trees are cool, but do real life trees look like this? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I just don't think so. I mean, Mother Nature should take some inspiration. Like, I'm not even trying to, like brag. I'm being humble, to be honest. Take my pills. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. There we go. See, it's coming together. It's coming together. See, I just gotta, like, I have done a lot of Christmas lights on trees, so I am a tree expert, actually. I'm the tree master, and I'm also the expert on how trees should look and how they work. This is a tree Q&A if you're curious. If you have any questions about trees, let me know, because I can answer them. Okay. This looks a little bit like a thumb. I don't really want that. Is Mother Nature a reference to Venge trees? Yes. Actually, yeah. Before I was born, I actually met with Mother Nature and we discussed how trees should be designed. And Mother Nature actually wanted them to be purple, and I was like, no. I vetoed that idea. And so you're welcome. You're welcome for trees being green. That was me. That was my idea. Feel free to. You're welcome. Okay, actually, I think this looks good. Yeah, I think this looks good. I do. It's a little bit small. Like, it looks a little bit smaller than how I was imagining. But I think we can just honestly stretch it out like this. Yeah, well, let's just stretch this out a tiny bit more. You know, something like... Wait, what? Why can't I... There we go. Edit mode is a really great way to just kind of stretch everything. Could you do some parkour on the tree? As fun as that would be, I'd probably say no, just because I don't want to deal with the player being able to walk on the tree. The tree's just supposed to be like a decoration. But I don't know, maybe if we make it, maybe if you guys like the tree, then we can make it a little bit more interesting. Okay. Like, from this angle, I think this tree looks cool. It does look a little messy. Like, I can't admit that. It does look a little bit disjointed, but... but that's okay. You know? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Love that comment, though. Do trees bark? Of course. What else would they do? Okay, we're gonna inflate some more parts of this, and we're gonna make it look a little bit chunkier in certain regions. It's not okay. Yes, I think it is okay. I think it is okay. This looks cool. I like this. I like this, guys. I think this is awesome. Okay, I figured out the problem with it. I think I figured out the problem with it. I just need to stretch it out like this. No, maybe I need to stretch it out like this. No, this branch needs to be stretched out. The bottom looks like a butt, which, oh, this part right here? Oh, fully intentional. Fully intentional. Okay. I'm just kidding. I hate to break it to you guys, but I don't think I'll be winning Tree of the Year with this one, to be honest. But that's okay, because the Tree of the Year contest is rigged anyway. You know, they always give it to people who don't deserve it. Like, what games are known for their trees? Besides Venge, of course. Besides Venge. Okay, here we go. See, I think what we need to do now is we need to add little ridges. How much time do I have left on? Okay, we have 30 minutes, so it's only been 15 minutes. Okay, so I need to add little ridges and bumps. And so I'll start like with right here. Let me make sure that this dynopody is off. Slender. Is Cylinder known for its trees? I think so. Like so. Because I really want this to look like roots, you know? So maybe I'll do like this. Right? Yeah, this is gonna be good. And then what kind of Lumber Tycoon 2? You know what? That's a good answer. The game about lumbering would be known for its trees. I mean, Venge has some pretty awesome trees. You have that really cool tree in Act 0, and then you have the tree. Oh, wait, I could have used that tree from the real world in the animation wing. You know, that really big one that has the glass ceiling? That would have been a really good tree to use, actually, instead of the soul tree. Okay, and then just kind of like this. Like so. Just kind of adding a little bit more depth to it. As you can obviously tell by my amazing sculpting. You know, did you guys know a little bit fun tree fact? I'm actually the Bob Ross of sculpting. Yeah. My sculpting is like renowned around the world. Like when people buy Venge, it's specifically for the sculpting. The polygons hurt your eyes. Don't worry, that's just kind of how sculpting looks until we make it look cleaner. I don't know if you knew that, guys, but I actually created the Blender sculpting system too. You know, it was a little fun side project I did one day. I was like, I'm bored. I'm gonna make a sculpting system for Blender. Yeah, I don't know if you knew that too. Okay, so then we're gonna kind of. Oh, that's not the right brush. I want to crease it. Make these creases a little bit nicer. There we go. The lies are pouring out. They're not lies. They're truths from an alternate universe. How about that? Ooh, gotcha there. Here we go. It's kind of. See, so then it looks a little bit like it's actually made out of branches. You know what I mean? I mean, we're not done yet. We're nowhere near done, but just kind of making it look a little bit nicer. Yeah, it's exactly. In an alternate universe, I made Blender by myself in like 3 days. That's the truth. And maybe that universe isn't out. You never know. Okay, we're just gonna kind of inflate the branch here, which undoes a little bit of the work that I just did, but it's fine. So then, like, let's go in with a little bit more detail. Truths from the Venge universe? Yeah, exactly. What's some more fun truths from the Venge universe? Lucy owns Google. I don't know if you knew that. A little bit of a surprise. That's why her house is so nice, because she's a multi-trillionaire, because she owns Google. And if you ever hate all of the AI crap they're shoving into Google search, you can thank Lucy for that. That was her idea. I tried to tell her that wasn't going to work and that was probably a bad idea and it would make Google lose market share. But you know what she said to me? She said, you're not the AI expert. And then she kicked me out of the house. Hence why she accepted the player into the house. Yeah. That's a true fun tree fact right there. That was really funny. How high am I right now? 0. I promise I'm not at all. that was a funny comment. I'm sorry if that blew your ears off. That was a really funny comment. Okay, that's another funny comment too. Okay, let's smooth this out. Guys, I'm not lying. I'm being serious. And FX is the CEO of Apple. And when Apple announced Apple Intelligence, that was FX's idea. And the reason that Apple Intelligence didn't end up working out was because of the Red Source. The Red Source sabotaged it because the Red Source is secretly working with Google, aka Lucy. And so that's why it failed. What is this tree even supposed to be? Oh, it kind of looks bad. It kind of looks really bad, actually. Hold on, hold on. There we go. See, that's better. There we go. It was just the proportions. It was just the proportions. Yeah, springs were actually invented by the AES system. I don't know if you knew that too. Yeah, just little fun facts for you guys. Little fun facts. Ooh, we should make this look like a tree. Do I have like a tree? Just doesn't look like a tree, but you know what? It all makes sense now. Yeah. What else are you guys curious about? Because I could tell you all of the tea you need to know. Did you guys know that that the Pinter is president right now? And that explains a lot. She doesn't have arms, and so she can't exactly what's the word? She can't exactly, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so then this crease here, nice. The Pinter doesn't, yeah. Helpsy is currently in charge of the UK. So I'm sorry to all British people, but Helpsy's currently in charge. Helpsy's the current prime minister, or whatever you guys call it. Chairman actually invented chairs, hence his name. That's why we call him chairman, because he's the inventor of chairs. Before that, everyone had to sit on the floor, and I was really upset about that. So then I went to chairman and I was like, chairman, you need to do something about this problem. And so then he invented chairs, which I guess in a way it kind of gives me credit for inventing chairs as well. So if you're sitting in a chair, please pay your royalties and send in a super chat. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you. Okay, so let's kind of, I think a little stem thing here would be good too. And if we kind of inflate this like so. It's a little bit silly because I planned on adding another tree into Lucy's backyard too. One that has a little bit of lore significance. But I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think you can have too much trees, right? Like, I feel like you can never have too much trees. I mean, the forest wouldn't disagree with me on that. I don't know, maybe you're like, tree lobbyists would disagree. Like, pro-lumber companies, they'd be like, there's too much trees. I don't know. Okay, here we go. See, I feel like it's getting better. I feel like we're getting somewhere. Right? Oh no, it's just the Walmart version. It's starting to fall apart. Hey Bart, how are you doing? No, I'm not drunk right now. I promise I'm sober. I've never drinking. I just am really I just am having fun. Here we go. Okay. So I think what we should do is kind of add a little bit of sprawling branches, you know? Like kind of just adding a little bit of like... This looks like a melted plastic toy. You're super late. I know, Stompy, you are super late. And I blame you for everything that's gone wrong in this live stream, which is actually a little bit less than normal. But you missed all the lore revelations that happened at the beginning of the stream by accident. See, I want it to look like Roots, but it's always the Walmart version. I can never get like the, what's like a really nice brand? I don't know, I would say Target, but I don't know about anymore. What's like a really nice store? I don't know. Okay, you know what? This is the wrong tool. We're gonna use this tool. I liked this tool. This tool is awesome. Yeah, Lucy X, the main character on the Love Boat. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is actually kind of falling apart, guys. I think I'm kind of wrong about this. I think this is actually falling apart. I think this is actually starting to look really bad. Well, I don't know. You don't understand the anatomy of this tree? Well, if it makes you feel any better, neither do I. I'm just kind of making things. I don't really know what I'm fully doing. I'm just kind of like adding bumps and ridges and just hoping that like I get lucky and I just happen to make something that's coherent. Have you used Blender's tree generator? I have not. Maybe that would have been a better use of my time. I'm trying to add little root things that kind of come out, like as if the tree has like big roots that are kind of extending outwards, but I don't think it's working very well for me. This is why I'm not a modeler full time. This is why I don't like work in an indie studio making modeling trees. Like, put it in the game to see. I think that I will eventually. This is similar to the Skydisc incident. It's not that bad. The Skydisc incident was like really bad. Like that was like one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done. Okay, let's continue. What does this tool do? Oh, this tool's kind of fun. It kind of shapes the contours a little bit. Okay. Maybe if we do something like this. Oh wait, oh, this is the tool that I want. Look at how awesome this is. Oh, this is gonna elevate it so much more. So then we'll just do this. See? This, yes, this is exactly the tool I was looking for. Just to kind of make these sorts of roots that look like this. This is exactly what I was looking for. Why didn't you guys tell me? Come on, you knew this information the whole time, you didn't tell me? Wow. Fake. You guys are actually preying on my downfall. You guys are preying on my downfall. I've come to that realization. You totally are. This is it looks a little bit like melted chocolate. I will be honest. It looks a little bit like melted chocolate, which is not exactly what I'm going for. But you know, chocolate's not always bad. Tree twerking Easter egg? That would be awesome. Do you guys remember the chairman twerking Easter egg and then the Amber Lee twerking Easter egg? Like if I had a nickel for every time that like a character from my gaming universe has twerked, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Yeah, I'm I'm trying to make it look better, but I'm just not doing a good job. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm actually not the tree expert. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm not the tree expert. I know nothing about trees. I haven't seen a tree in 5 years. I'm a fraudster. I'm fake. I'm scamming. I'm a scammer. This whole live stream is a scam because while you've been watching, I've been data mining your IP address. Hire a modeler? I wish I could, but I don't have the money. Thank you. Thanks for saying it looks amazing. I'm gonna trust you on that. Okay, let's take a break from this tool because I think I'm starting to overuse it. Let's just let's add the creases back in because I kind of ruined them a tiny bit. Like so. Like this. And like this. I'm really hoping by the end of this live stream I can make a really beautiful Steam screenshot. That's my goal. And to think I've only done one side of it. Well, I don't know. It looks kind of detailed. Let's see what it looks like in the scene. Like, if we do this. Okay, I see the problem. We just gotta make this base bigger. I think that's the issue. So I think if we scale this out, like if we grab the bottom part of this tree here, and we just kind of scale it out. Yeah, that looks way nicer. Yeah, that looks way nicer. So let's see how this looks in context. Maybe if we rise it up a tiny bit. Oh, I didn't even realize half of this was underground. Oh, well, that's a bit sad. Let's get rid of this, just so we can see it clearly. Yeah. No. Yeah, no. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see if I can maybe make this curve a little bit more dramatic. I think maybe that might be the problem. Bigger? I guess, yeah, I think you're probably right. Maybe it needs to be bigger like this. Maybe you need to have a little bit more facing out. Okay, actually, this looks good. Yeah. This looks good. But I just wish it had a little bit of more of a triangle shape. You know what I mean? Like, I wish it looked like... Because I'm looking at reference pictures right now, and it looks like a triangle. Like this. And I kind of think maybe having the edges, so if I kind of poke around the edges here, and make the edges kind of go inwards, like this, that could help as well. Like this. Submerge it in the water a little bit more? Okay, that could be a good idea. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. Is the main character a self-insert of me? I wouldn't say the main character is a self-insert of me, but I would say the main character is a self-insertion of... Do I want to say that out loud? No, I do not want to say that out loud. Let's just say the main character's inspired by something. Okay, that's all we're gonna go. If the main character is inspired by something, it's something, it's it's inspired by something that I like. We'll just go from there. We'll just go from there, and we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. Okay. Like so. See, let's just kind of pump up these roots a tiny bit and like make them look a little bit thicker. Yeah, the polygons. The polygons are awful. Don't worry. This is something that we'll fix. We gotta retopologize the whole thing, which I don't think I'm gonna do in the live stream just because it's a little bit boring. But okay, yeah, that looks better. We're gonna grab my favorite tool here, and we're just gonna. Oh wait, what's this tool? Oh, that tool kind of sucks. Ooh, a spinny tool? Oh, ooh, wait, this could be fun. Watch, what if I just spin the whole thing? What if I just spin the whole thing? That actually looks cool. Not what I'm doing right now. That's not the point, but that looks cool. I've never seen that tool before. So I'm gonna make a little like this, just kind of adding a little bit more depth. You know, just trying to make it look a little bit more interesting. We're gonna smooth this branch out because this branch is looking a little flat, flatter than Lucy's head. Like so. This one too, this one looks real flat. Okay, and then this one does too. They all look really flat. They need to look a little bit thicker. Maybe right here too. Let's thicken this one up. Right here too. Let's give this one a bigger. There we go. Okay, yeah. I see the vision now. This looks a lot better. And now let's grab our crease here. Does Lucy have a brain? Depends when you ask. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, this is nice. Okay, there we go. I actually like this tool too. This tool looks awesome. This tool makes a very deep contour. Maybe we'll add another one like right here. Oh, this tool is awesome. This tool is really cool. Why is this like the first time I'm discovering all of these awesome tools? I've been using Blender for like 8 years. This is really embarrassing for me. Well, in my defense, a lot of this is brand new too. But no. So we're gonna kind of contour this. And just like so. Oh, look at this depth that I'm creating. I think I actually really like this. So then maybe there's like a little hole down here where it goes deeper. I mean, you won't really see it, but just kind of, you know, adding different layers to things and making things hopefully look really nice. And just trying to add as much depth as possible. We kind of can just break some of this up into different roots. Like so. You know what I mean? Am I cooking, guys? The process is trust. Exactly. How many of you guys are excited for the next devlog? It should hopefully be coming out this upcoming week. It's taking a little bit longer, but I think it has a lot of really cool stuff in it. I'm basically working on the Red Source Chase and Lucy's AI. all in one. And I've made some really cool progress. I can show you at the end of the live stream, actually. You are sweet, sweet. Hopefully you guys don't mind that I'm playing with the content a lot. I'm trying to really grow this channel as much as possible, because I really want to build such a fun, loyal, strong audience, and I'm really dedicated right now. So I'm trying to get a bunch of different content out. So sorry if it feels like whiplash. Like I stopped doing the devlogs based on the live streams because I did some research and actually it's hurting the live streams, which I don't really like. So now I'm doing devlogs separate to live streams. I'm also doing a lot more YouTube shorts, which have really been paying off. The YouTube shorts are kind of, every single one pops off really well. I'm also doing a little bit more TikTok. So if you guys use TikTok, go follow me there and go like all of my videos so I can artificially boost that algorithm. Just trying to attract more people to Venge so that when Act 2 comes out, it'll hopefully sell enough copies that all of this would have been worth it. I mean, it is worth it, but you know, I gotta pay bills. Okay, I think oh, okay, this is actually really coming together. Ever since I discovered this tool, this has changed my life. This is my new favorite tool. Sorry about that elastic snake brush thingy. This tool is my favorite tool now. Look at how nice it's making everything look. It's like I can manually choose all these contours. Ooh, this is looking so nice. I can add like these little spiral things. So much detail here. I love this tool. This tool is so awesome. Look at all the little patterns I gotta add. I'm gonna add a little Lucy. I should see. That's a really bad Lucy. I'm sorry, but that's a really bad Lucy. But you know what? We will fix it in post. We'll CGI it and make it look great. You wanted the spiral tree? No, low-key me too, but it was never meant to be. This is looking really nice, actually. I hope so. I hope you guys agree. I hope I'm not just being delusional. But, what types of content would you guys like to see? Because I would love to branch out even more. Get it? Branch, because I'm working on a tree. Like, how are the live streams? Are the live streams fun? Are they engaging? What do you guys think? You really like it, actually? Sweet, sweet. Who would have thought that? Because I started a lot of Venge's development while I was in school, and now I work a full-time job. But who would have thought I would have more time outside of school with a full-time job working on Venge than I did with school? That's kind of, it's funny to me. You know, I thought it would be the other way around. I thought I would spend way more time on my job than I would Venge, but it turned out to actually not be true. Can the tree have a face? Yeah. I think we could maybe add a face. Okay, let's kind of give this a little bit of a root right here. Oh, episodes of this of what Rodnick used to make? That would be really cool. I do like that idea. I wish I could pay for people to do it more often, because I'm not really good at making those sorts of things. Here we go. This is looking way better, I think. You do it for free? Thank you, but I really want to pay people, because I do make money off of Venge, and I would feel really bad if I was making money but I couldn't pay for it myself. So, I would want to pay people. Guess who's back? Hello, welcome back. Hopefully, I hope you are doing well. It's good to see you again. Okay. I have a question. When it comes to the devlogs, what is the one thing I should do for this upcoming devlog to make it as good as possible? Oh yeah, you're definitely a little bit too young right now. What would you guys suggest? Like, if I could do one thing for the devlog, what can I do to make it really, really good? How long do I have left on this tree? 5 minutes! Oh shoot. Well, okay, we might have to go a little bit over, because I'm really into this tree right now. Jokes? Okay. Add comedy? Okay. I think that's a good idea. Like, what else could I do to attract people? Because, like, you guys obviously at some point discovered Venge for the first time, and something about Venge compelled you to want to look into it further. And so, what could I do to kind of emphasize that a little bit more? Because I know I've been able to do it. I just can't figure out how. Marketing is not my strong suit at all, like 0%. Just being cool? Okay. Okay, actually, I'm really liking this. I think this is coming together really well. Let's do a little bit more like, let's add a little bit of a route coming this way. What does it have exclusive in the title? Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do is I had accidentally established that there's kind of no reason to watch the live streams because everything that is in the live streams is going to be covered in the devlog. And so I'm trying to fix that. And so I changed up the titling format for the live stream, and then I added the word exclusive to help make it clear that what we're doing in today's live stream is exclusive to the live stream. So it doesn't seem to really help, but I think it might just be kind of a long-term thing where it takes a while for me to start seeing results, because I think I kind of messed up with that. Because I've been keeping track of the performance of all of my live streams, and I've noticed that ever since I've started doing devlogs, the performance of the live streams have sharply declined, which is unfortunate. And the reason for that is just because I believe that people don't care to watch the live streams because they're like, well, I'll just see it in the devlog. So I'm just trying my best to spread the word and be like, hey, I'm not doing that anymore. We're doing something different, because I want to, you know, I want the live streams and the videos to do really well, not just one of them, you know. Have I ever gotten in contact with someone who could help me market Venge? I have not yet, but I'm looking into it. Wait, where did my tool go? Where was the tool that I was having a lot of fun with? Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one, I think. Was it? Wait a second. Wait, was it this one? Yeah, okay, it was this one. I lost it for a second. I got scared. I was like, wait, what? What happened? So, if you ever see anyone be like, I'm not going to watch the live stream because I'm going to just watch it in the devlog, just be like, actually, the content here is exclusive. So, like, for example, this whole area of the map, I will not show in a devlog or likely anything again until the game, or like a trailer or something, just to kind of make it so like you have to kind of be here. And then the other thing that I was kind of floating around, which I don't know if I'm going to do, but I was thinking about maybe making it so the live streams, after the live streams are over, I don't make them available for 24 hours. So like, it's kind of crude, and I'm sorry, but I just really want to try to get, I really want feedback in these live streams, and I really want to kind of build the community, because I think it's really fun to do when there's a lot of people here. I mean, it's fun to do when no one's here too. But I'm thinking if I make them so they're not available for 24 hours, that'll kind of incentivize people to show up. And I'm also maybe thinking about doing them every other day, or every other week as well, because maybe they're just too frequent. I don't know. Atlas Moments, I think that'd be a good idea too. I was thinking about a while ago for one of my main channel live streams, I did a Cody camera, where I had a camera set up for Cody. Maybe I can do something similar with Atlas. But I don't know, I would love your thoughts. What do you guys think about those two ideas? Do you think they would help? Do you think it would hurt? Like, what do you think? All right, let's just kind of smooth out these branches. Who's better, Cody or Alice? I love both of them equally. I think they're both adorable, and Cody was such a huge, significant part of my life, and he is one of the best dogs in the world. No offense if your dog is also a good dog, but he's one of the best. And Atlas, even though I've only had him for maybe 10 weeks, he has turned into like one of my favorite things in my life right now. and I cannot wait to have another, 15 years with him. He's gonna be awesome. He is so smart. Okay, I just have to brag. Atlas is like, he's only 17 weeks old, but this puppy is so incredibly intelligent. He's doing so good, and it just makes me so happy. Look at okay, look at this tree. I think I kind of ate with this tree. Did I? Does this tree look good? I think I kind of did. I think I did. I think I love the details. I think so. Hopefully you guys agree with me. Hopefully I'm not being delusional. But yeah, what do you guys think about that idea? Do you think the idea would work if I made it so you... Oh, that's our timer for the tree ending. So like after the live stream ends, if it's not available for 24 hours. But I don't know. I kind of don't like it. I don't know. I don't know about it, to be honest. I don't know if I don't know. Do. Okay, one thing I do want to do is I would love to do... You're gonna go? Alright, see ya. I do like the live streams being available too. And I definitely want to keep that, but I don't know. I've noticed a decline, and I wanna keep people watching. I want to keep people engaged. My ultimate goal is to capture what we had in 2022, which I don't know if you guys remember that, or if you were even around back then, but like that was like the golden age of live streams, and those streams were so fun. And I'm trying to figure out how to capture that magic back. And I've heard that I've been doing a good job, but I'm just not fully there yet. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of squish this down like so. And then I kind of want to bump this part up like that. Okay, I think this is looking really good, actually. What do we think? Do we agree? Do we disagree? Do we hate it? Maybe I'll grab some pieces like this. Don't try to fight the algorithm? No, definitely. I'm not trying to necessarily, like... all I'm trying to do is just try to figure out how to make my content more appealing to people who know nothing about Venge, which is hopefully the goal. And it seems like YouTube Shorts and TikToks are a great way to do that. But it's also just tricky. I just don't have the skill set to be able to do it really well. Okay, what do we think about this tree? I think it's a little bit bottom heavy now. Like I think we need to scale at the top. Like, if we did something like this. Is that Atlas crying in the background? He shouldn't be crying. Let me go check on him in a second. Just kind of push all of these out. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that helps a lot. Check that out. Okay, this needs a little bit more detail. And a little bit of the back. But... that looks much better. Much, much, much better. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check on Alice, make sure he's okay. And then we will continue this tree and move on to the next part. Alright. It's doing good. That's good. So, let's add a little bit more. It looks like a horse. What do you mean? It looks like a horse. Let's see what you mean there. Alright, let's add a little bit more detail, and then we'll move on to the next part. We're not going to retopologize it in this live stream, just because I think it'll be pretty boring. But... try to make a viral meme. That could be something worth looking into. I don't know how good I would be at that, to be honest. I think I might just be really embarrassing. So let's see. Let me just try to add a little bit more detail. Like so. This. Nice, okay. Detail like that. Curve that inwards like so. Just like this. just add a little bit like that. It's definitely not the most detailed thing, but I think it's actually turning out pretty nice. Fix is the hottest fox in any fictional story. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that we agree on something right there. Okay. Alright, good night, Atlas. Okay. It's time for Alice to go to bed. He's so lucky. He has been up for 5 hours. He's been doing really good. Which is really, really good for him. Wow. Okay, I actually really like this. I think this is coming out really well. And we're only taking a little bit longer than originally planned. Oh, I have another question for you guys. When it comes to live streams, what's more engaging? Working on one topic or working on one thing for the entire stream, like in detail, like for example, making this tree, texturing this tree, and then doing lighting on the tree, or working on a few different things but not necessarily finishing them. So like for example, modeling the tree, and then modeling the dock, and then doing lighting for like the entrance room. What do you guys think is more engaging? Because that's something I've been trying to figure out. Like, should I do a bunch of small things on the live stream or one giant thing? Make a poll? Good idea. Let me do that real quick. So, one detailed thing. You're a Venge hater? I know you are. A few small things. One detailed complete thing. A few small things. Okay, let's see what you guys think. Because for me personally, I think I would personally enjoy a few small things that maybe we work on over time. So like next live stream, we finish the tree, but I don't know. Let's see what you guys think. This looks really good. I actually really like this. I think this is kind of popping up. Let's see how this looks in context. Whoa. Check that out. Wow. This looks beautiful. I really like this actually. Let me grab some of these roots on the bottom here and just kind of shove them up a tiny bit and spread them out. Just so that they can look a little bit nicer over the water. A few small things. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. Just because it can get a little bit boring, like if the entire live stream is just tree. You know what I mean? So that makes sense. Okay. So here is our beautiful, beautiful tree. Okay, but question for the culture. Question for the culture. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick again. I want you to rank all of the trees in Venge. So let me pull up a list right here. So the first tree that we have is the Act 0 tree, which has all the leaves. And then the second tree is the real world tree and animation wing. And then the third tree is the soul tree slash respawn tree slash blue thing tree. They're all the same. And then the fourth one is the laserette tree. Rank them in the chat. Oh, and then the fifth one is Lucy Act 2 Lake Tree. Rank these trees in the chat based on how much you like them, which trees are the best, and I will be right back. All right, let's see. Let's look who won. Soul Tree. You haven't memorized the trees. Frog Tree. Really? You guys don't think that this one's the best? I mean, I guess it's untextured, so it's hard to tell. But maybe add a big crystal orb. Maybe. You'll have to see what I do with it. But that's all the tree work we're going to do for now. We're going to move on to making the dock because we're out of our allocated time for the tree. But I did want to add a little bit of spark, a little bit of a spike here. I think that would look nice. There we go. I think this looks really cool. Let me add this to the mesh real quick so that we can put this in the game. And we're going to call this Laggy Tree. We're going to put this in the mesh just so we can see it in the game. Let's export it. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. Bigger? It's already huge. It takes up the entire thing. Okay, let's add the plane again for our water, which is going to be replaced at some point, but go like this and scale this down. That's an underrated name. Literally. We're going to add water. I think we used this one. Does this one have the blue? No, this doesn't have blue. Water. Use this one. And I'm going to add a bottom layer underneath it of just black. Just so we can't see the bottom. There we go. Okay, let's see how this looks in game. It's so small? No, it's supposed to be kind of small. It's already super big. Okay. Ready? Let's check this out in game. Alright. Ignore all of this. This is going to be fixed at some point. If we fly over here. Okay, I need to give this a material because it's very bright right now. What about like do you have a tree trunk? Okay, well, if it had the right texture, it would look perfect. And if the water didn't look so atrocious, it would look perfect. I like this. I think this looks cool, though. Do you guys see the vision? I think it looks really nice. Okay, let's work on the dock. The dock's going to be pretty straightforward. You accidentally left? Oh, shoot. Well, good thing you're back. All right, let's work on the dock. So, for the dock, what I want to do is we need to connect it somehow to here. Oh, I don't like this. We're gonna have to do a whole live stream just redoing this whole backyard because this kind of doesn't look the best. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna do a big stairway, but one of the things that I want to do first is we're gonna be adding, so like, I'm trying to think of what it's called. We're going to be adding little blocks of land. Is that the right word? Where all the little villages are going to be on top of. Fix the cave textures? Yeah, don't worry, I will. So little flat pieces of land that presumably Lucy made, that kind of stick out of the ground here. And that's where the houses are actually going to be built on. Because like this is kind of like a, you know, a flattish mesh. Does that make sense? Like it's kind of like a, what's the right word? Does someone know what I'm talking about? It's like little flat lands that you build farms on. I think it's called like a terrace. I think it's called a terrace. I don't remember. But that's what I'm wanting to add. So little like this. And then we can kind of go on this side and delete this, which should hopefully make this pushed up a tiny bit. So like it's a little bit more flat. Actually, no, we should just build this into the mesh itself. Yeah, like this. So if we grab this and we pull this out and then we add another edge loop, we can kind of something like this. Terraces are step-like? Yeah, like that kind of. That's what I was thinking. But a little bit, like, so that there could actually be little buildings placed on top of this without it looking super weird. So, like, presumably Lucy did some terraforming and she made it look at least a little bit nice and a little bit flat. So almost like little steps Will we eventually be able to go up into the village? Yes, yes. The village will be accessible. That'll be a pretty important part of, maybe not the story, but the storytelling. Do you know what I mean by the difference there? Like, it's not like the village isn't necessarily part of the story, but it's part of the storytelling, and it's part of Lucy's character as a whole. So let me kind of grab and push this down a little tiny bit. Maybe I can grab this one and maybe we can extend this one out like so. Push this one down. Yeah, like landscaping. Yeah. It's a little bit too bumpy though. But I think I can fix that just by doing some modifications with this vertex group stuff. So if I make a vertex group here and then I assign it here, everything should lose it unless I invert it right there. Wait, what? There we go, okay. So if I do that, okay, that'll flatten it out, nice. So just like flattened out a tiny bit. Just a little bit, nothing crazy, but just, you know, just enough. And then I would love to kind of push this surface here inwards like that. Yeah, so then the village will live right here, and then there'll be a tiny piece right here, and then maybe some more up here. This works, okay. Titanic no-clipped into the Venge universe. That's very true. It did do that. So, okay, nice. Then, it'd be kind of cool actually to have a little mountain. What do you guys think about that? I think a mountain would be pretty. If we do something like this, and then we make it really tall. So, can I make this edge pointy, or is that not going to work very well? Ooh, yeah, that works really well. A little too well, almost. So we can kind of add little mountains like this. And maybe they could have little special names for all of this. I think that could be really cool. Ooh, add a river? That would be pretty cool. I like the idea of having a river. I mean, we guess we have this river, but a river going through the middle would be pretty awesome. Maybe we'll add a little spikier one, like right here. Which doesn't have weird normal stuff. That. Should we do a river? What do we think? The river of love? You guys really like that idea of the love boat. That's so funny. So yeah, let's try this. Let's do an edge flip right here. And then separate them like this. And we'll do another edge split like this and this. Well, we'll rotate it like this. And then we'll do another edge split. And then this river will go down this way. So we'll do another edge split here. And another edge split right there. Ooh, and then we should have a waterfall. Oh, that'd be so cool to have a little waterfall in the background there. Oh, that would be awesome, actually. Oh, that's such a good idea. I came up with the idea myself, but I think, unless someone happened to say it in the chat at the same time. But, see if we did like this. And then we push this out like here. Lucy, yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier in the stream, Stompy. We had an idea for a boat ride with Lucy. So instead of only using the mine carts to get around, you can also travel by boat. And maybe that's how you get to the final... Maybe that's how you get to the water boss. Do they kiss? You guys really love the idea of Lucy and the player kissing. It's like almost scary. We want it. I know you guys want it. Yeah, you guys have made it very clear that you are very interested in a Lucy dating simulator. Okay, so we have it kind of like this, right? And then we would have a little bridge going over top. Oh, this is gonna look so beautiful. This is really gonna look so pretty. So this isn't what it's gonna look like finally. I've never made a waterfall before, actually. Can you believe that? I mean, I've made one in Minecraft, but that's about as... in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, but that's about as far as I've done. So, this will be a brand new experience for everyone. And then we need to add a little bit of a place for the water to come from. Like so. Like that. Not the best, but it'll work for now. You get the idea. The water looks like the Fortnite storm. What's the Fortnite storm? And this is just placeholder water. This isn't what it's actually going to look like. This is just kind of like for us to visualize, perhaps. Here we go. This is going to look so pretty. You know what? I need to actually move this little mountain. Watch, we're going to make it a little bit of like a peak situation going on. Where we'll have one peak going like this. And then another one going like this. Highlight the waterfall going down the middle. Well, can you see it from the dock? Wait, where am I? Over here. Oh no, wait, I should add it like so. Yeah, that works. That works really well. And we'll make a really big mountain like that. Sweet. I like this a lot. And then we'll add an even bigger mountain going this way. What should this little area be called? It's really cool, honestly. I like it a lot. Add a lighthouse? Yes, we definitely will add a lighthouse. I think we could add a lighthouse, honestly, like right over here, maybe? Maybe I'll make some space for that right now. But that'll be definitely in a different stream, I think. So stay tuned for that. We can kind of push that out like that. We'll put a lighthouse right over here. Lucy Peaky Peaks. That's a cool name. Alright, let's... The River of Love. You guys are so funny. Okay, let's add the dock now. So, what I'm kind of thinking we can do is let's just add the shape of it, so... I'm thinking that the dock should start right around here. And it should be like right at this level. And then it'll kind of go up this way. And then turn around here. And then turn around here. And then go into here. Or go up here. And then go like this. For this first level. That. And then it would kind of end like this. Right? And then the second level of the dock would be up here. And it would go like this. Well, actually for this one I'm going to use a circle. Which, what? A circle in Venge? I never use circles. Everything's so blocky. Like this. And then we'll add another circle over here. For the lighthouse itself. And maybe we'll put this one on a little bit of a pedestal. Like that. That looks really nice. I like this a lot. So I'm going to get rid of this right here. So these are the different levels of our dock. Like this. What do we think about that? I think this looks awesome. So let's enter into here. Good night. All right. Good night. See you later. Let's give this a wood texture and let's start working on it. So I'm just gonna extrude this upwards like so. And let's give this a texture and start working on it. So first things first, we need to get a sense of how big the player is in comparison to all of this. So let's export this into the game. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the microphone. Let's export this into the game and let's go check it out. So we navigate over here. Let's give this a collision real fast. Here we are. Let's teleport all the way to the back. Oh, we need to add some lights. Here we go. Yeah, it doesn't have its material yet, so don't worry. It'll get it eventually. So if we walk on these glowing white orbs, which are really hard to look at, to be honest, let me make them not white. Maybe make them. Yeah, we'll just use the house textures. Okay, so let me grab Lucy real quick. Lucy, move, set position, player position. Come here, Lucy. Thank you. Could you come on ground, please? That would look nice. Thank you. Okay. Ah, whoops. So, okay. Everyone take note of this scale. The purple water is just a placeholder. We haven't actually made the material yet. As you can tell in here, it's blue, but it'll have its own material. So, everyone take note of the scale. It looks like this is probably going to be the same size as this. Okay, yeah. So that's the size we need it. Let's make sure everything is over here. You know what, Lucy? Come over here. Look how she's looking at me. I love that. Hi, Lucy. Let's make her head look at me too. I want her to follow me around. Lucy, debug head track player. Lucy, body, follow head. There we go. Hi, Lucy. And she blinks too. Isn't that cool? Let me move her to the ground again. There we go. Hi, Lucy. How are you? She looks pensive. I don't know why she looks pensive. What did you do, Lucy? Anyway, this looks good. Look at the scale of this thing. This area is huge. So then you'd have stairs going up to here. This is definitely enough space for a little village. I think this is sticking out a little bit too much. She looks like she's gonna kiss. Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. You guys are gonna love Act 2 when it comes out. Here. She looks angry at you. There you go. Now she is angry at you. She looks like, do you have games on your phone? Okay, so this looks a little bit too big. What about this circle thing up here? Okay, this is actually a little bit too big too. I think. Yeah, I think this is too big. And then let's see the lighthouse one. I think the lighthouse one is, yeah, this looks fine. Because the lighthouse is going to be pretty big. The player and Lucy must kiss. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Only for you guys. Ready? Oh, I added a collider. This is as close as I can get. And look how she does not look happy that I'm about to try to kiss her. She's like, stay away. She is not happy with me right now. She is like, stay away. Watch. Ready? Oh, that does not look as good as I thought. Wait, maybe what I can do is this. Ooh, she's angry now. She's like, stay away. Didn't I want the player to fall in love with Lucy? Yes, because I believe that was the only way to make the player like Lucy. But I've grown up a lot since then, so I don't think that anymore. Okay. So let's make these a little bit smaller. And we will start texturing them. Only live streaming for? Okay, we're almost running out of time. So let's just kind of scale these inwards. Scale this inwards. It doesn't need to be that big. And then I think honestly I can make this one a little bit smaller. Like that. But then this one needs to go all the way down. My old ideas were better. I know, I'm sure you would have loved that. You guys can see it, right? Yeah, you guys can see it. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, let's give these textures. So, we need the wood house. And let's give this some roundness. Like so. Perfect. What do you guys want to see in the next live stream? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Should we continue working on Lucy's house? Should we work on something new. What do you guys think? House building? Do you guys like that? Them kissing? Oh my goodness, you guys are crazy. Village? The village would be cool. I was hoping that we would have enough time to cover the village in today's live stream, but we unfortunately didn't. But we could definitely continue this next time if you guys want. Otherwise, I might just continue it off screen. Make a concept for the villagers. We can also make some of the new villager creatures. That could be a fun one. Maybe we can do a challenge where I live stream until I make like 5 creatures or something like that. And it could be like a marathon live stream. Maybe we can do that. But I think to do that, we would need to extend the viewership, the consistent viewership a little bit, because a marathon live stream takes a lot of work, and I don't know if I want to do it if barely anyone's going to be there, but we'll see. Alright, let's just fix up these UVs here. Like so. Alright, BRB, sounds good. Just like so. Alright, there we go. That looks good. For the true ending, you guys are crazy. You guys are really crazy. Love that. Okay. Let's go like this. Let's reset these. I do have one goal for us by the end of the live stream. If we can make this happen, then I will show you what I'm working on. Outside of the game. Like I'll show you what I'm working on with Lucy. But see that number up there, right here? See how 7719? Let's try to get it to 7722. All right, that's the subscriber count. Let's see if we can get 3 more subscribers by the end of the live stream. It's not a ton, but I think we can do it. If we can do it, then I'll show you what I've been working on before the devlog comes out. So, if you're not already subscribed, you should definitely subscribe so that you can enjoy all of this content when it comes out. And this counter is in real time. Oh wow, we already got 1. Nice, thanks for subscribing, whoever did that. We already got 1 with 2 more to go. Maybe I set the goal too low. Let's see if we can do it. This is in real time, by the way, so you should be able to see your changes instantly. Yeah, pretty sure most of my subs watch the stream, but there are some people who watch, according to my data, there's some people who watch who are not subscribed. Holy crap! Okay, well... oh, never mind, we didn't hit the goal, Never mind, just kidding, we didn't hit the goal. We did for a second. There we go. Okay, now we hit the goal for real. Hey, look at that. Okay, now we got past the goal. Okay, so I'll show you what I've been working on. How about this? Okay, I'm gonna regret this. I'm seriously gonna regret this. If we can get to 7730, so 7 more subscribers, I will read out a page from the Act 2 script. Like, I'll voice act it and everything. It is going to be so embarrassing for me. But I think you guys might like hearing some of the dialogue and giving me some feedback. But we need to get 7 more people for that. Which, that's like more people than are watching right now. So, let's see if we can make that happen. I actually kind of hope we don't. Because I really don't want to do that. Because it would be kind of embarrassing for me. And, well, let's see. Or like, all share it with your friends if you want me to be embarrassed. Because some of the dialogue is, I think it's fun, but it's just like, I don't like, it's not, I'm not writing Lucy for me to voice act. I'm writing Lucy for Clearwater to voice act. And she is infinitely better than me. So I'm so gonna regret saying that. I'm gonna regret saying that. Just, okay, let me try to think of, I don't know, based on how fast you guys got that goal, I think I need to mentally prepare for this. Okay, so for this, oh shoot, we got further. Someone unsubscribed. Oh shoot. Maybe I don't need to mentally prepare. Maybe you guys won't get the goal. It is fun watching that number go in real time. Remember when YouTube used to have real-time subscribers? I was so sad when they got rid of that. That sucks so much. It was like, oh, there we go. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're so back. Okay. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. You're back. You paused the vid. Okay, that's okay. Okay, how can I make this work? What if I try rotating this? Okay, yeah, that would help a lot more. You made 15 alt? Oh, sweet, the Lemon Steve YouTube Games official just subscribed. If you have your subscription set as public, then I think it should shout you out. So thank you for subscribing. I think you're the 24th person. What page should I read out from the script? I'm trying to think. I've written 34% of it, so I can do a good amount, but it must be a quad. Oh, I see. Okay. The best page? Well, some of them have pretty intense spoilers, so I can't do the pages with spoilers. But we shall see. I guess you know, we'll figure it out when you guys actually hit the goal. Let's see. Okay. Let's grab some of this, just texture this so it looks nice. I think I'm just going to use this sort of ring texture, which I think will look fine. Like so. Perfect. Oh, wait, okay, actually this looks really nice. This worked out really well. So let me do the same thing for this one over here. Dude, use those 15 alts. We are 6 away. Just 6 accounts, that's all. I'm not encouraging you to use alts, but if you want to see my embarrassment. They're all used? Oh my gosh. That's insane. Okay. Go just like that. Make more. I don't know. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to make it. Oh no. Getting kind of close. Make 21. Okay, so now if we go like this. Okay, sweet. Good night, everyone. Good night. Have fun. Or sleep well, I should say, not have fun. Okay, so here we are, texture. This looks pretty nice so far. And then I'm wanting to add little pillars, which I think should help make it look a little bit nicer. So we go here. Let's go like this. And we'll use this nice wood texture to make it happen. Like so. Boom. Okay. Sweet. And let me give this the right texture here. And once I finish all this wood, then I'm gonna have to unfortunately end the live stream. So, time's ticking. You can't hear the page of Lucy confessing her love. I know, it's gonna be so sad. Okay, let's go like this. I come back, what is happening? I've set a subscriber goal. If we can hit 7,730 subscribers by the end of the live stream, then I will read out one of the pages from the Act 2 script. So, and then I'm just making the doc too. And so everyone is trying to make that happen, which would be really embarrassing for me if you guys were able to, because I'll say the lines, not Lucy herself. So I really kind of hope you don't do it, because I don't want to embarrass myself. But I think we can make it happen. We got 7 subscribers in a few minutes, so I think we can make it happen. I think it can work, but I don't know, because the original goal was, what's it called, 7,722. We already way exceeded that. Okay, so let's just kind of establish some of this. I know. I wish more people would watch. I wonder if maybe it's the live stream time too. Maybe I need to experiment with live streaming at different times. I don't know. I'll look into it. I'll try to figure it out. If you guys have any advice, that would be very much appreciated, because I know we can do better than this. We lost one? Wait, did we? Oh, shoot. Okay, so let me just add a little bit more detail like this. We should do it at nighttime. Nighttime for you. What time is it for you right now? Because this time works the best personally for me, but I'm down to do something that's a little bit more inconvenient. This is just when YouTube says most of my audience is online. Oh, I see. You mean viewers. Okay, I thought you meant subscribers. Hello, welcome back. I'm kind of thinking that I just need to make a really, really good devlog. Something that's really interesting to people outside of the fandom. I think that might really help drive interest, but I don't know. YouTube is very, very hard. I've been doing it for like a lot of my life, and you know, you would think that I would have mastered it by now, but it's forever an annoying, difficult process to get right, but it's also super fun at the same time. Yes, that's true. I will say, despite me talking about my dreams of a bigger audience, the audience right now is exceptional. Like, some of my viewer stats, like my engagement stats, are through the roof. They are so, so good. I'm so grateful for it, guys. You guys are so awesome. Like, the comment ratios are significantly higher than they are on YouTube. Like, in these live streams, the chat rates are so high. Like, I love how much you guys contribute to the live stream, and I love how much you talk. It's through the roof. It's so, so good. And so, like, you know, commenting, liking the videos, everything like that helps so much. Like, I know YouTubers say that all the time, but they say it because it's true. It really, really does help. And if you're invested in this dream with me, that would be really, really helpful. Just sharing the videos with people who you think might be interested because it seems like YouTube is having a little bit of trouble finding the right people to show my content to. Live stream has 30 likes. Let's go. That's awesome. So, on paper, this community is... Oh, I mean, not even on paper. This community is incredible. I literally could not... I would rather have a small, dedicated community than a large, you know, community that doesn't really care. But you guys are just insane. You guys are so awesome, and I am so grateful for that. Like, this game has been in development for literally 5 years at this point, and we're still going super strong. And you know, not all games can do that. Not all games can do that, and I'm really, really grateful for that. So, thank you all so much. Yours are really engaging to me. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Alright. I unfortunately don't think we're gonna hit our goal, but maybe next live stream we can do it. So. You never regret seeing this community? Thank you, thank you. I really love what we have, and I cannot wait until we take over the world. It'll be awesome. So, this is the platform for the lighthouse, and I'm just kind of adding some of these pillars here. And what time is it? Okay. We're almost out of time for today. So, I think what we should do last is... We should take over the world, chat? Yes, we fully should. Why is this called the Lost Lake? This place doesn't seem very lost. You will find out in the game. I can't explain why necessarily, because it is a little bit of a story moment, but it's a very, very quiet place. It should be called the Love Lake? Oh my gosh. That's funny. Alright. Well, we got a good amount of the dock done. Should we add... I don't know if I want to add a bridge just yet. Should we add a railing, or should we look at gameplay? What do you guys think? Let's see. Make a poll? Good idea. And a poll. Railing or gameplay? Gameplay? Okay, yeah. I figured as much. I figured most people would want gameplay. So let's save here. And let me show you what I've been working on. I'm really proud of it. So, if we go back to the game here, and we switch to run to safety. The main thing that I've been working on is small details for Lucy. So this will take some attention. So if you're watching kind of not paying attention, then you should pay attention for this. But... Oops. Oh, shoot. I messed it up. Oh, I'm going to have to restart. But essentially, what I'm doing right now is... It's really important that Lucy is lifelike and that she feels like a living character, right? And so I've been adding a lot of things to do that. So, like, if we look at her, for example, you can see her eyes are kind of... They're blinking, and she's looking around a little bit scared. She doesn't have full animations yet, but as we follow her, check this out. Watch her eyes specifically. Notice where she's glancing and how she looks at danger that pops up, and then she also glances back at the player as well. So like, when this pops up, she looks at that, and then she's coming over here, and then she's watching this plant. She's gonna duck, but we're not there yet. And then she's like looking at me. She's like making sure that I'm okay as I'm going underneath this plant, and then she turns around, and then we make it to the gate, and she looks at that little rock thing, and then she makes eye contact with me. All of this is done completely procedurally. All I do is I can define different things that she should look at, and I define the rules. No, not laggy at all. I'm running it 4K, 80 FPS in the editor. So we're doing really good right now. But I'm really putting a lot of effort on making sure that she looks as realistic as possible. So like, it's really important to me that she looks lifelike. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. It still needs a little bit of polish. She needs like body animations and stuff like that. But I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys can see the potential. I think it's way better than what I had going so far with the original version of Act 2. I actually have a video of it. Do you guys want to see? Let me show you what it used to look like for comparison. Where is it? I have to search for Patreon. Here's what it used to look like way back in the day.
This way.
Oops, I closed my... Like, you can't even see what's going on. But, like, notice how Lucy doesn't really acknowledge the player and she walks really ahead. It's just not as good, you know? But that's what I've been working on. That's what you'll see a lot in the devlog. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Right? You can barely see it versus here. I mean, I don't have the lighting on. But, like, she just looks a lot more expressive. But, yeah. That's what I've been working on. So hopefully you're enjoying that, and hopefully it'll turn out really well. And yeah, well, unfortunately that's about all the time I have right now. So thank you all so much for joining. I really, really appreciate it. I'm hoping to get the devlog out this week. We'll see. It depends. And yeah, make sure to check out the most recent videos in case you might have missed them. And thank you all for joining. I will see you in the next live stream. It should be next week, but it may not be. We'll see. So, I will see you then. Oh, wait, one more thing. What do you have to say? Ominous. Are they going to say something? Maybe? Remember you watched the devlogs? Yes. Okay, you're just saying that Lucy and the main character. Okay, well, I will see you all later. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for showing up. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for the love. All right, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.